Hello, so my name is Abhishek Hire, and today we're gonna perform the exercise 4. So for that, we need to make sure the Java is installed, and we have to create the library for the Java home. So as you can see, I'll have the Java installed. Okay, I have the Java installed. I have the Java installed, and I have set up the Java home environment. Next step is to make sure the proper version of Eclipse is installed. So I have installed the Eclipse. User Eclipse. So I have the latest version of the Eclipse installed. Okay, okay, I have already it's running already. So there you go. I have the Eclipse installed, and for that, my server is Tomcat version 9 is already is running. So going forward to the next step. So make sure the Apache Tomcat server is installed and I have created the Catalina home environment as I'll show you right now. Go to the variables, environmental variables, and as you can see I have already created the Catalina home workspace for the Tomcat server. Okay, so going forward to the next step, make sure the MySQL server and MySQL workbench is installed. So I have created the MySQL server, and you can see in the services. As you can see, if you go to the MySQL server is running it's running, and let me open the workbench. And as you can see, I have the workbench ready. Let's go to the login to the our root. I have already set the password in password vault. I have already created the user, so let us connect to the user John, which is John. So you can select user John, and you can see we are in the John. mm, Use test db. I have used the use test db database and select R from student. Okay, as you can see, I have all the data. I have already insert some values in the data set. Okay, so our next step is to make sure the table is created. That we have done this step. So download and import the configure the database project as we can go. Okay, so as for the next step, we have to we have to go to the source database web content. So let us now go and perform our program, which is going to be peoplelist.jsp. So let us run this program. Run as on server one. So it will create, it will open in localhost, and if you click on the list all people, it will show all the users are already created, and their address status and their actions. So let's go to the next step. So we have to explain the program called control servlet Java. This is the main program where we have the actions to be performed. So it's going to be start with the loading all the uh, import statements, which is going to be packages we're going to need, and we have created one class called control servlets. So all we do have that do post and do get services methods. So depends upon which one we are requiring. So do post method is gonna send a request to the server sides, and we get a response from the server side. So after every statement, after every do post method, we have printed out the println statement that do post statement is started and do post statement is finished. After that, we have the do get method with sending the server side request and getting the server side responses. After that, we have the list. So if we are gonna call the list, so it is gonna be converted going to be in the Java program, and for every action, this is the list. So let's go to the list. Mm, Wait a second. Okay, so list. So what you're gonna do, it's gonna print out the entire list, which is we're gonna see on our Java program. Next one, we have new option, which is going to be see that this particular action like edit new form, and we have insert delete option. We have also have the edit option and the update option. After that, mm, here we are using a dispatcher, which is requesting the dispatcher, which is going to help us to load the people list JSP file, and we are loading a function called list all people, which is going to be stored in this file, which is people.java, where we have our you get connection driver USB MySQL URL. So which is going to be have tested the name for username and the password. After that, we have the show new form. For that also, we're gonna create a HTTP request for the server, and it's gonna print show the show new form, where we can change that user sees the insert people new page, and also gonna show the also gonna print the new added columns in the table. uh, this particular statement, this particular exception function is going to be help to update the form, update an existing student's form, and after that, also we're gonna print the show edit form, and we are using the get people ID function over here in the people Java folder. Again, we are getting the get request name, get request address, and status from the list, and we are storing it to people.ds. With it, after getting connected, it will gonna print out like this on our local host. So, and the last option, we have the delete people from the table. So which is gonna else again gonna create a request to delete from the server side, and he's gonna delete the item ID which is gonna we want to delete. And after that, we're gonna ask a borrower to call the list action next automatically, and it's gonna print the updated table. So that's it from my side. Thank you.